EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check, 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 check. 5.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He gets away from one. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Ready to break.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Ready, ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop in behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and any rapid running down from the backside.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Got it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pretty quiet. Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come. Mike 55. Now.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Yes, yes.
Mike, hit it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
You better be afraid of me. Five. 58, boys, 58.
They'll fake it. Now Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watching you five. Tackles. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Man, I got you.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got him.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Get ready. SOS.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 12. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Not here. And 58 is a Mike. Going 58's the Mike. They can't hang with us. 58's the Mike. 58.
Out of the gun. Lott.
6-man. Check for
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing is Lott. And this one's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. D-line, get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Wide, get wide. Kill. Right. Check the back, check the back. Go.
Here's Lott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Check out. 675. It's our field. It's our field. Come on. 45. Mike, 45. All day, just like that. Hey, I-7. Check 45's the Mike. Check 45's the Mike. You must be getting. Strong right. He's crashing.
On first down, Lott sliding it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check 3. Check 3. Watch twist. Hey, check. Hey, alert 3.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
Ready.
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here I come.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen.
They'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready up. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Hey, wahoo. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Now.
2nd and 11. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, check right. Watching your 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5.
Back to throw.
Man up, D.
And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to sling this deep down and got his man complete. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Come on, guys. We got
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey.
After the interception, it's Luck. Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Aaron Lynch, his 2nd sack of the night. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Man, I got you.
Throwing on third down. Love. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Go!
Hey, get in the weight room. 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Let's get it. 45. Mike, 45.
Y'all not ready.
On 2nd and 12. Luck has got it to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Check.
Just beating the play clock is Love. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Charlie. Hey! Motion me out. Ready?
2nd and 13. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, break.
The mic, boy, 51. I got you. I got you.
Yep. Deep river.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
General West.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
2nd and 2. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Blue draw corkers. Hey, Echo. Go.
55.
Hit it.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready, set.
The mic. 51's the mic. Watch the run. 51's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out.
Hey, seam 6.
Let's get off the field. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Get it.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ready.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Cut 8, read.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
on the double.
51, Mike, 51. Crunch time, defense. 51, Mike. Mike, 51.
Go.
2nd and 14.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 55.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Daniil Hunter. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Boom! That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lyons. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Kill, kill, kill. Let's go, Mexico.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Check 13.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Look out.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for two here.
One man.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
6'6", bullet high.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on.
Hey.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, what? Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Hey, exit.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
No.
Mike 51. Exit.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Buzz. Hey, hit it.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Let's go.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready, 30 base. Watching you 5.
Cut.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Here we go. 10 logo. Greystone, travel.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 11-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.